Olivia Harvey, Maggie Silver, and Avery Lilly. Coach, a few comments on the game, then we'll field questions.
Well, hats off to St. Mary's. Fine program, great game plan, some outstanding perimeter play, and just come up a little short for us today.
Questions?
Kind of want to start off with the first quarter because that seemed to be where the difference was. 10 turnovers there.
Sure.
I think 1 of 7 shooting from the field. So, from your point of view, what was the story there? Bright lights or just what they did defensively?
Sure, a lot of it. This basketball team outside of my lone seniors never stepped foot on this floor, so it does make a difference. You get programs like Wyoming East and Parkersburg Catholic, and some of these programs have been around for a while. That stuff doesn't bother them. So it did affect us, but I thought we overcame that. We overcame that in the second quarter. They outscored us in the third, and we adjusted a little bit at halftime. I thought we adjusted fairly well. Perhaps not soon enough, but Tyler, that did affect us.
What were those adjustments? Because offensively, Gracie had 4 points at the half, and she exploded from 10 there in the third quarter.
Well, we just stuck 2 shooters in the corner and just dared them to stay in the paint or go out. We just high ball screens on the point guard and roll the post and give it to the 2 that got us here. I mean, it's just man on man, throw it up, see what happens. That was pretty much it. And as far as defensively on that spread set they had, we just kind of run our red set, just try to trap and rotate. Stack of 2 post players, 1 in the lane and 1 on the baseline. If they get by us. I mean, their guard play is just really exceptional. So, I mean, they get up like that. You gotta try to do something.
That start there in the fourth quarter spurred a little bit by your freshman here. Talk about what got you guys going there, because it seemed like she was able to kind of disrupt passing lanes and make the most of it.
Sure. I mean, she's sitting 2 seats down. I mean, she's
really what I was thinking was I didn't want to leave anything on the court, and that I love this team and I love our senior, and I didn't want her to go out and feel like I didn't give my best effort. So I just kind of went out and was, I think, a little bit more positive and a little bit more like, okay, we can do this. And it just kind of happened.
Listen, we have played tremendous defense throughout the season. We knew coming into this season we were going to be a little bit offensively challenged along the perimeter. We set some goals early on to get back to the state tournament. Somewhere along the way, we found some post offense and a team that believed in each other, a team that played with each other, and a team that liked each other for the most part. And our goal was to get here, and guess what? We got here. And we're talking to you on press row, and we are going to enjoy the moment regardless of winning or regardless of losing, because you never know if you're ever going to get back here.
Coach, given the emotion of the last 2 years, you were supposed to play the night that everything got paused. And the last year, obviously not coming out 1 game short, and then the emotion of making it just back here in general.
It means everything. I mean, there's coaches in this venue right here in this press conference. I'm looking at a couple of them. This is where you want to be when the season ends. And when you make it here, you're the top 8. You're top 8 in the state of West Virginia. And that means something. It means something to these girls. It means something to our coaches, and it means something to our community.
Maggie, for you, your senior season, maybe obviously wanted to get that win today, but just what did today mean and just your time at Summers County?
My time at Summers County has been unbelievable. All the ups and all the downs, just this program in general has shaped me into the person I am today, and that's what it's doing for everyone. And it's a dream come true to finish it here and just be here in general.
Coach, is it a little bit frustrating when you're kind of trying to play catch up and they won't miss a foul shot?
Yeah. Well, we were 10 for 15, and actually that's pretty good for us. But they were 22 for 25, which is exceptional. So, listen, I mean, I use a lot of baseball analogies. Good hitters hit. And, when you put the good hitters at the plate and they get a fastball right down the middle, they knock it out of the park, good for them. We put them on the line, and they put the ball in the basket. So that's how it rolls sometimes.
Coach, on a day when the glass really wasn't your guys' friend, the ball was not giving you guys anything there, what do you tell your team? Because it's very easy to get frustrated in that situation when you're taking the shots and they're just not falling.
Yeah, you got to keep shooting, but more importantly, you got to keep playing defense. eventually, I mean, I don't care how good of a guard you are, how good of a player you are. Eventually, after 32 minutes, you give in to your fatigue, or you'll give in to your, I don't know, you just get tired. So your defense wins games. I thought our defense was, pretty good, but I mean, you got to score the ball too when you're right around that rim. And the first quarter, really, I'm not saying it did set the tone. The game definitely wasn't over by then, but it's hard to catch up against a very good ball-controlled offense.
Great to see your third quarter, like you said, you were able to kind of get loose there, found the touch a little bit. What kind of happened at halftime to get you a little more comfortable? I know you elaborated on the scheme, but you were still able to finish jump shots and at the rim.
Yeah, I just realized this is her senior year, and I wanted to go on for her, and I wanted to make the best for the team. So I was putting up shots, hoping they would go in. That way we could go on to the next one.
Any further questions? All right, thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry, my hands are sweating.
Mine too.
Zoe Davis, Addie Davis, and Brianna Price. Coach, a few comments on the game, then we'll field questions.
Sure. All the thanks goes to these Warriors sitting here beside me and about 4 or 5 other ones out there. It's all about these people, the sacrifice. People don't understand what the parents of these kids have done to make sure they become the best they can be. They sacrifice their dollar bills, they sacrifice their weekends, and they take these girls over the place to become better players. And I'm just a lucky guy, just happened to come along at the right time. Like I told them in meeting once, I said, I was just hitchhiking down the road one day, mowing my yard, and these girls picked me up, we're going to Charleston. Guys, don't throw a monkey wrench into the gears, okay? These girls, what's nice about them is they've responded to what we brought to them this year. They bought into it. As the year went along, we got better. We got better. And they saw the results, and they started getting that gleam in their eyes. And our defense, guys, was outstanding. That's a good team we played. They got good tradition, well coached, and we watched them on video. I didn't realize how long they were until we saw them for live. They were really long. But these Warriors right here, and this one here, went through ACL surgery in June. Now, how about that? Then Addie, her sister, okay, I don't know which one can whip the other one, but I know they're a pair. And on the end, she's special. She's only a 10th grade. Junior, freshman, 10th grader. And this girl could probably throw a softball from here to the other side of Civic Center. Very good athletes. I'm very blessed to have them. And all praises go to these people right here. And the other ones out there like Callie, Millie, and who else did I play today?
Josie.
Huh?
Josie.
And Josie Wales. Oh, Josie Moore. We call her Josie Wales. We got one out. All of her brothers. One's Jesse James. One's Josie. What's the other one? Waylon Jennings. They named him after outlaws. And what you also really need, Josie's got a twin brother. And he'll be, hopefully, if St. Mary's wins tomorrow, he'll be able to play in the tournament. He starts for the boys' team. Wouldn't that be awesome for the parents? What an awesome, huh? But no, thanks, Coach. I mean, these girls right here, they did it.
Question.
Brianna, you're the team's leading scorer, but in that first quarter, first half, 5 steals, you kind of set the tone defensively and made life tough, especially for their point guard, who turned it over several times. And I know she got into foul trouble, so she had to sit. But just, what was your mindset out there being on that floor for, as a sophomore doing what you did?
It was definitely overwhelming, and just I had the jitters definitely during warm-ups, but after my first touch with the ball, I was getting comfortable, and I just like reading eyes, and just if you read someone's eyes, you know where they're gonna pass it. And we had watched our game film, and they're just gonna try to feed it over and over, so you just watch.
Coach, talk about it a little bit, but what they like to do is run their offense with their post players, and especially in that first quarter, you guys were able to wall that off defensively. How'd you do it?
Well, right here, these girls understand the total concept of a matchup zone. We started, they hadn't played much man in their careers, so we started the first 6 weeks just man principle. Because if you play man principle, you can do anything. So I told them, I said, girls, last half of the year, we'll start playing matchup zone. Matchups are difficult because you don't know who's guarding you half the time. They talk well, they bump out when they're supposed to. Very seldom was anybody ever open for an open shot. When they did, they were pretty well wore out. But the post play, we knew that the 42 and 22, we knew they were going to be an issue. So we kind of half-weighted them so we could shut the lane up so they couldn't actually get the ball in there. And when they did get it, we walled it off. And when you got Bree on one wing and you got Wales on the other that can hedge and help and still get back to a shooter, we're very fortunate we got a team concept. They understand that. But they know they can't go sell out too much because there's a three-point shooter over there, especially 13, I think it was. She's a good shooter. But that's how we did it. We had someone assigned to them and then real quick help, and that really helped us. And our little guard, number 5, tell me that Energizer Bunny, a little lefty, a little freshman. She just drives people nuts. That's Fred Sorrow last week. They had 11 or 12 threes against Richie. Who was it against Ward County? And they got, what, 1? Or
two.
2 against us. And they were 2 of 20-some. But this little girl, she shuts you off. You can't get around her, and that's what sets the tone. When you put ball pressure on and you shut down the lane, now they got to play about 3 to 4 feet farther than where they want to play. Good defense, you got to take people out of their comfort zone. We took them out of their comfort zone, thank God. Or if they get to their spots, that 42 is tough. I'm telling you, she's a nice post player. I like her.
Coach, you said you were concerned about their press when I talked to you last week.
Yeah.
And they only got in their press one time in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Again, that's your defense kept them from scoring.
Right.
They couldn't get in that press.
Right.
So, just talk about when you did have to, when they did get in the press, you said you were going to make some adjustments.
The adjustment I made, we didn't follow through with it. What I was trying to do is, for some reason, we like to throw lob passes right underneath their basket. We like assist, okay? Assist to my team, not theirs, okay? So I wanted to get what I was trying to do is I put Pricey back at half court this time. I was trying to get down. I wanted to juke to the middle and then get down that sideline and look for Price. But for some reason, old habits are hard to break. We look right back to Addie, and that's where we want to go. So finally, we threw a few over the top. That's when we got those runouts, and that made the difference. Listen, no matter how good or bad you are, you're going to throw the ball away sometimes. That's when we call a timeout to make sure that when they come to the double team, look down. Don't get the ball so close to the sideline where you can juke to the middle, fake it, move the defense a little bit, then we was able to get down the sideline and get Price the ball, and we had run. And Callie was able to get runouts. We started throwing the ball over the top. That's the adjustment we made. But Guys, it's just like sometimes press breaking is like pulling teeth without Novocaine. It's painful, but sometimes it gets done, but it's awful painful. Okay?
Coach, not a lot falling from the field tonight, but 22 of 25 from the free throw line. Talk about the importance that you guys stress all year on free throws and what it meant in today's game.
Okay, girls, tell them how many free throws.
We don't practice free throws in practice.
Never.
We don't do
We never
that.
have.
It's called a free throw, right? Why do we have to practice it? It's free. It's welfare, okay? Now, it's free throws is here and here. You practice that in the summertime. We got all summer. When my son played for Rudy Maurice at Waynesburg, and some of the punishment I used to give him when he get in trouble in his school, make him go out and shoot foul shots. If he didn't make 450 out of 500, I'd make him shoot another 500. Okay? Is that punishment? I guess that's punishment. Okay, but the point of making is, they do it on their own. And one other stat, and I told this on, I think, Metro. This year, in the fourth quarter, we shot 145 foul shots and made 111. That's 72%. Fourth quarter. And against Cameron, at our tournament that we won, we shot 17 of 18 in the fourth quarter. We shoot 72% in the fourth quarter when you're tired and getting mugged. That's called, hey, that's in your head, man. That's mental toughness, and that's heart wanting to do it. I always tell the kids, it starts in your heart. Your heart tells your brain, and your brain guides your hands and your feet. That's just the way it is. You know, that's the way it is.
Because you got at least 3 girls I know averaging above 70%.
Yes.
And one close to 70.
The team averages,
that's
yeah.
phenomenal for a team to do that.
And doesn't practice it. But like I said, they all have skill. They've done it since, when did you start shooting? When Sean make you guys start shooting, huh? When you're in the crib?
Yeah.
Probably, okay. No, it's foul shoots, guys, you know as well as I do. You can be the best foul shooter in the world, but if you're not mentally tough, you're not gonna make it. It's gonna squeeze off, you know? It's gonna squeeze. But these girls, when I saw the arcs on their shots in the fourth quarter, money. Yes, sir.
2 brief questions
Yes.
for you. This is your first time making it down to the state tournament as head coach, I do believe.
Yes.
What does this mean to you, making it down here and then picking up a quality win in the opening round? And then second question is, what are you guys going to do for the remainder of the week?
Okay. First of all, the first time I've been down here, I was down here in 1993, 94, Tyler Consolidated's first year. Mark Barnhart, who's the head boys coach, were assistant coaches. We came as assistant coaches. Now, when I went to Payton City, guess what? I'm in a nice region, okay, guys? It's called real estate, location. When I had about 70 to 80 kids in my school, 9 through 12. We graduate 20 or 25. When you got to go up against Wheeling Central and Magnolia, who had 400 at the time, do you know Magnolia had 3 players of the year in 11 years of concession? Tallman, what's the other kid went to West Liberty? Real good kid. And then you had Mark Winters. They had all those kids in a row. I had to play against those. That's my sectional. They had 400 kids. If you're lucky to get out, guess where you got to go? You got to go to Wheeling Central. Or Madonna when they were good, and Bishop Donnie when they were good. So it was hard to get out of there. Okay, I felt like I was on a tractor. I got behind a manure spreader, and I couldn't get to the seat anymore. You just flurry, you know what I mean? I was the wrong. Finally, now in St. Mary's, I'm on the tractor seat, okay? Now, how are we going to do the rest of the week? Girls, tell them what I bring with me.
Cards.
Jenga, Yahtzee. Do you
Spoons.
Do you need a calculator to figure out Yahtzee? Or you guys can add, we bought games and coloring books, crayons.
Yeah.
They're going to learn to play dominoes. I got double 12s.
I got schoolwork.
Okay, and we're going to play, you know what that is? Uno flip, and Old Maid. I put my wife's picture on that so you get a kick out of that one. No, we're just going to, girls, we're going to enjoy it today. You know, I told them, the girls know this. We said we got business, then we got pleasure. But they know when to turn it on. You know what I mean? They're experienced. They're good kids. They know. Okay, now it's time. We got to dry it up here. Be leaders. Now we're going to go home. We're going to go eat something, and we're going to go play some games this afternoon. Come back and watch Wyoming East play Charleston Catholic, and that's going to be our week. And hopefully we'll get a play. You know what? I'll tell you another amazing fact. I got to thank our people. We brought 6 pep buses today. 3 from the middle school, 3 from the high school, and another 50 or 60 kids wanted to come because they couldn't get enough bus drivers. Okay. Now, another 100 kids drove cars. So we had over 400 student body here today out of middle and high school. That's a credit to St. Mary's community.
Seriously.
right, girls?
Yeah.
I've only lived there 2 years.
Big shout out.
It's a big shout out to our community. I mean, geez, what can I say? 400 kids here today.
It was a wonderful student section.
It was, we got some dandies out. That's what at our school. They get this one section. Of course, when the boys play, the girls are all there. When the girls play, the boys are over there, and they support each other. And Coach Barnhart today made his practice at 6 o'clock tonight so they could all be down here today. Yeah, so we worked together. And of course, I was the best man at his second wedding, I think it was. I him about that all the time. Yeah, no girls.
Can I ask you, as the elder statesman of this trio, what's it been like for this first year under Coach King? And you laugh with him, you enjoy the moment.
No.
What's it been like day-to-day basis with this guy?
I mean, like, most of the team, we've almost grown up going to his camps over when he was at Payne City. So we've been really close with him since then. But, I mean, the team chemistry with, like, players and coaches has been so strong, and I think that's really taken us a long way. So that helps a lot. Oh, yeah, and he always gives us nicknames. You got Priceless Wonder, Addie and Subtracty, Callie's Lefty, Pricey, Josie Wheels. Yeah, he has nicknames out of a book. You could write a whole essay about it.
Once in a while, I call her by my granddaughter, who's Chloe. I call her Chloe at practice sometimes.
He'll yell in the huddle, and he'll be like, Zoe, and yeah.
And Addie, these aren't high-tech games that he's bringing along. They're not probably what kids nowadays are used to. So what do you think of his selection?
Good question.
I think he wants to put us in the best situation possible. Always wants us to get experience, get out there, get our names out there too.
There was a point in the late in the game you kind of came up a little gimpy. Is it just something that's followed you throughout the season? Or is it something new? Or something you don't want to comment on?
Pressure.
No comment on it.
Atta girl. Oh, yes. See, I'm old school. Back then, we didn't have trainers. Get up, go. You know what I mean? I think sometimes trainers have hurt us more than help us. I'm a 38-year trainer, but old school trainer.
You can answer this. I know you guys have that deep backdrop on the one end. Does that kind of help prepare you for what you're facing down here?
Yes.
Yeah, we practiced shooting on it all week, and
all week we lift the curtain like on the shooting machine to get kind of that backdrop experience, and I think that really helped with some of the shots that we had today. So, yep.
Any further questions? All right, thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys.
That was probably the most fun interview I've ever had.
Guys, great job. Thank you, people.
Can we take these? That was so fun.
Oh, well, that's how I relieve my stress. Now I can leave. Now my wife will be happy. Oh, geez, I gotta get out of here.
So many good quotes out of that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you ain't heard half of them yet.
No comment.
When you've been around 38 years, you pick up a lot. Remember, I've been around Fred Sorrow, Burton, and some of those Italian boys up north.
Thanks, Fred. Good luck next round.
I'm upset about it. I'm gonna have to leave at 6 in the morning Friday.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll be good. We gotta keep breakfast.
Good breakfast.
Guys, you guys have a good one.
All right.
Where are you all practicing?
I'm trying to get University of Charleston, but Mr. Barnhart was trying to get that for me. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it done, but I gotta locate something.
All the high schools should be wide open because we're on spring break in Canal County.
That's good. Okay, thank you. I'll get my appointment back to all that.
He's a character. Does a good talk coaching, does a very well coach.
Jay will be covering the championship. I'll be covering through the semifinals.
Do a good job, coach. I enjoy watching you team play.
Nice seeing you.